Well, hey, France.
So we started to film an ending to Vlogmas, and then we ended up talking for 25 minutes. So we decided to make this its own separate video. So you're about to watch what was the original ending to Vlogmas that we're uploading as a separate bonus video.
Yeah, because it's so long. But, yeah, I don't have anything else to add. We'll kick it to us 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a little close to me. Hold on.
And
We were trying to use the natural lights coming into the side, so we have this at an angle to make it look a little better.
We thought, hey, new angle. This is exciting.
We never film in here.
Christmas
I
village.
need to be in here more often.
I love this room.
I feel like it's just in this pocket of the house that we don't often use. A lot of times, as you guys see in the background, this has a lot of things. It's like a holding tank.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I don't think about it for actually sitting here and we sometimes play games in here, especially a family game.
Yeah.
But other than that, we'll have our nice dinners together sometimes in here. But yeah.
We talked about doing like every Sunday, doing a special Sunday night dinner in here. I think we should make it our goal this year to keep this room clean.
Mm-hmm. I love that goal. I'm being totally serious.
And use it.
Yeah.
That should be our goal. I mean, we got a fresh year coming up. This is a good time to be making changes.
Well, and it's got all this light in from this side because it's a door, and
it just makes things feel
nice.
special.
Yeah, you could even open the door. There's a screen so you can get a little breeze from the backyard. So there's really no reason we don't. I think you're right. If we actually kept it clean, maybe we actually.
And there's been a few times when I've been doing a project, like when I cataloged all my books or when I scanned in all the family photos and stuff like that. It was great because this is a huge work surface here, and it was kind of out of the way because it was a multi-day project.
Yep.
That also was it wasn't on a kitchen table or something, you know. So.
But okay, so we're filming this. This has probably turned out to be a kind of long vlog.
I know. I'm trying to think.
Because it is 3 days. It was the 23rd, the 24th, the 25th, and I guess technically the day you're seeing this is the 26th, and we are filming this clip
this morning
on the 26th.
Yeah.
So you're here. We're live.
I wanted to show you, just like Kelly and Mark.
Can you guys see Pinocchio in the back while I'm sweeping? Hold on.
I don't know.
He's right there. Yeah. Right. There. He's so cute.
So I wanted to show a couple things. Jessica got me this hat for Christmas, which I think is amazing.
Here.
I can't believe I saw some guy walking around with this hat.
Hoosiers. We don't follow sports, but
well, my point is, I saw somebody walking around in this hat the other day, and I was like, "How do I not have this hat?"
Because if you didn't know, Indiana Hoosiers.
Yeah. So if you're from Indiana, you're called a Hoosier, and there's a bunch of reasons. There's a bunch of mythology as to
I've never
why.
actually looked into it.
But I don't know that anybody actually knows why they're called Hoosiers. But there's 3 or 4 different stories that get passed around as to the reason why. But anyway, I saw somebody walking around with this. I'm like, how have I not seen this hat before, ever?
Who's your daddy?
And you said you had to have it specially made because you couldn't find one.
I did on Etsy. As it turns out, on Etsy, you can have anything you want embroidered onto a hat. Maybe not anything you want, but you know what I mean. So I was like, oh, this is exciting. And I loved that green.
Yeah. My friend Brian used to do the costuming, and he had an embroidery machine, and he would embroider stuff. And I have a hat that he made that says Tyler Dang Braun, but it doesn't say Dang. That was a great hat. I still have that. I should wear that more often, but it's got to be in the right crowd.
Oh yeah, you can't.
But
just
that's
bust into
you got a friend that with an embroidery machine, the world's your oyster, man.
Anyway, Tyler I told you guys in previous videos, I always ask for slippers. And this color right here, I'm going to take the sticker off, is the one I've always wanted. And it's always sold out. And Tyler finally found it and got it for me this year.
At a local shoe store, because it was crazy.
Local shoe. Yeah. I mean, that is wild, because usually, you know how it is. If you're looking for a certain shoe, you're going to find it online order. But you couldn't find it anywhere.
Anywhere. I looked at 20 different websites and finally
every year it's sold out this time of year.
Yeah.
Everyone's asking for the same, but I love that light color. It's pretty.
Yeah, and you wear those slippers every day.
My poor old ones, R.I.P. They're still over there. I might honestly bring them to work.
Yeah.
Because they got a little life in them, but they're a little rough. Yeah.
I was trying to think, what else do we do in this vlog? I think is this the one? Is this the one where I made the stuffing? No, that was the last one. But I did bring it to the Christmas.
You made.
I made
bread?
Ciabatta in this one.
Oh my gosh, you guys, that bread
was
so good.
Really quickly, though.
Keyword the mac and cheese. Don't let me forget to talk about that.
Okay, so back to the stuffing. I use the Ina Garden recipe, but I actually make quite a few changes to it. So if you're using that, because a lot of people said I'm gonna use this at a future thing, whatever. It is so good, but I will say it needs a little tweaking, which is not like Ina Garden. Everything else she makes is perfect. This is like the only time where it's like there's a couple things that I change.
Yeah.
One is add sage, rosemary, and thyme.
For sure.
You definitely need more herbs. I use half spicy sausage and half regular sausage, and I double the liquid.
You have to double
You have to double liquid or else it's very dry.
Yeah.
You could
and so
even do a little bit more liquid than that if you really like it to be almost like...
Because it even still was not... I mean, it's not meant to be like floating around, but even still, that bread just soaks up that liquid. You have to have
And
more.
if you like it to be a little bit more like packed, I don't know, you might need a little bit more liquid because it kind of falls apart a little bit, but the taste is so good. Your dad ended up eating it for like 3 meals in a row for like 3 days.
Yeah, he took a bunch of the leftovers, and as did we. And he had it for breakfast on Christmas Day, which I'm like, what? And then, or maybe it was the day before, I don't know. And then they ended up coming over to our house for an hour or two on Christmas Day in the middle of the day. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, we've got a bunch of leftovers. Are you guys hungry? So I fed them a little bit of lunch. And he was like, I'll just take the stuffing. He had a big old bowl of stuff. I did too. I had a bunch of it too. And then your mom ended up coming over later, and we had chili, because that's your family's tradition. And
we always had chili
trying to keep
Christmas
that alive.
Day.
Yeah. I made the chili, and I followed
good.
your mom's recipe, and it was very detailed. And I think it was pretty good.
It was very good.
That means it's a good recipe. You can follow it.
Yeah.
It's specific enough that the very specific thing she does.
Yeah.
But the mac and cheese, I hate to tell you, it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be.
False. The flavor was perfect. It was exactly the flavor I want. But for me, like, I want that flavor in like Stouffer's consistency.
If you've ever had the Stouffer's mac and cheese that you bake for like an hour and 15 minutes, like the longest bake time ever. I wanted that too. I like the crunch on the top, like the cheesy layer, but I want the middle to still be like not wet and spreading out on your plate. I want it to stay, but I want it to still have that creamy like texture. And this would have had it if I had taken it out of the oven and been able to serve it right away, but because we were traveling elsewhere to eat it, it just wasn't.
But my point is, you brought that up. I'm like, either way, it doesn't really matter, because if you're serving it, you're probably going to take it out, and it's still going to sit on the counter for a little bit, and I think it would have congealed either way.
Okay, future shower hair Jessie popping in to say, mac and cheese wise, and a broken nail, that you guys all mentioned using freshly grated cheese makes all the difference. So I'm going to try that recipe again soon with the freshly grated cheese, because it was comment after comment after comment. I'm excited to try it that way, because I think you guys are right. I think that is the difference. And that's probably why most baked mac and cheese just doesn't turn out right, because the store-bought shredded cheese doesn't melt quite the same. But the flavor was good.
But it's one of those things too that like it just depends on what your tastes are. Like there's no bad mac and cheese necessarily. It's just what do you prefer?
Yeah.
Like some people like the that texture.
Yeah. So anyway, just a little update, because I promised we would tell you guys how it was.
That ciabatta, which people make fun of the way I say ciabatta.
So we always say ciabatta. Is it ciabatta?
Yeah. So
ciabatta.
I think because...
Do people say ciabatta? That can't be right.
Okay, so that's what I looked up, because I think we normally say it like slowly almost. We say ciabatta instead of ciabatta. And
we should ask Fabrizio.
Yeah, I should. But people were making fun of it. I'm like, what? But they didn't say how they actually say it. And so I was like, wait, am I saying this wrong? And so I looked it up, and it said some people in America say ciabatta. And I'm like, well, maybe that's what they thought. Like, maybe they think I'm saying it wrong. But then I listened to an Italian guy, and he says ciabatta. So I think it's more... I think that's what it's more like... Wabam! Not instead of wabam, it's jabam.
Jabam. Well, that's for Fabrizio.
Ciabatta. Yeah, I should. But I think that's why they were making fun of me, because I say it slowly. I don't know. I'm from Indiana, man. I don't know. Guys. You can't go by me. Anyway, so I think it's ciabatta. You gotta attack it.
So it was a good Christmas season.
Yeah.
We had so much fun sharing with you guys our little lives here. And it was definitely busy, but I feel like by the time the actual holiday came around, it felt very chill and very like actually relaxing on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Yeah. Which that just was, I mean, the way it worked out with our families too.
With when things were.
Things early this year.
But I didn't mind it as much. You know, I was talking to my dad about this yesterday. And I know a lot of you guys go through this every single year, or, you know, things look different every year, or the way you've been doing things for a long time, that tradition has to change, whether it's because your kids are grown and they're off with their husband, wife, you know, whatever it is. And I feel like it can be really hard to have to change a tradition, even if the tradition doesn't change, but the date changes.
Yeah.
You were used to doing it on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and now you're doing it 2 days before or a day after. But I am someone that I do struggle a little bit with that kind of change. And I know some of my siblings did too this year with it being different. And I think going through it, the way we went through it this year with a lot of change, it was okay. And in the place of old traditions, you kind of are forced to create new ones and do something. Like even my parents, theirs was all different this year. So they were saying, I think on Christmas Eve, they were like, we went out to, where'd they go? Cracker Barrel. That's their favorite. Yeah. My mom's probably watching like, yeah, that's our favorite. Anyway, like I think they went out to Cracker Barrel and they made a new tradition on their own. Like, and I think it's important to do that because instead of wallowing in like, oh, you know, this stinks, this isn't the same as it always was, saying, okay, this is an opportunity to try and do something different.
Yeah.
You might end up loving it too.
And see if it sticks, because obviously if it sticks, then it will be a tradition.
And if not, who cares?
Then it was something you tried.
Yeah. Another lesson learned is having an advent calendar with chocolate in it that's visible with a 2-year-old is a terrible idea. It became the bane of our existence every single day because she doesn't understand yet that, like, you know, first thing in the morning she's wanting it. And we're like, well, do we do it? We're like, well, maybe. It's like 6 a.m. She's having a Hershey kiss. I know.
Or do we want to deal with her crying for the next 4 hours?
So it's like, you know, you pick your battles. That's like, it.
These are your options, guys. You give me the chocolate or I'm going to cry for 4 hours. Ball's in your court.
And we're just definitely in that season of telling her no and her figuring out that no does mean no. But every once in a while, that battle is just not worth it. So anyway, if I could redo that, we wouldn't have used the advent calendar this year. Maybe next year. I think we do like just like an M&M in there for each of them.
There you go.
Real small.
Yeah.
Just anyway.
So looking forward, though, obviously you've always got videos coming out. I've got a couple different series of videos coming out. I've got we did a Run Disney event recently, and those videos have not gone up yet.
And it was a mommy daddy trip.
Yep, it was just
very quick. Yeah,
it was a short weekend trip, and we went down. We did the Run Disney event, and then we flew home. It was great. So that those videos are going to go up here soon. And then I still have. I know I always talk about this, but whenever I do a big series of travel videos, I have like all the vlogs, and then I have like shorter videos kind of come out. So like the Egypt videos are going to come out after this.
The
shorter versions, and then the one, like if you didn't watch them and you wanted to just like kind of watch one, I do a long, I think it's probably going to be like 2 hours long, like a 2 hour long, all in one version of the video too. So those are coming out. And then we are thinking about traveling quickly. I don't know if we're going to vlog that trip here soon or not.
Yeah, well, we're deciding,
about that. But then we have our book vlog or book video coming out. If not by the end of the year, then definitely in January.
Yeah, in the next couple of weeks. Just keep your eyes peeled.
We'll do that. What else?
But it's here on Tyler's channel, so I know some of you guys have just like dipped and dabbled in to watch the Vlogmas. But if you want to watch those videos, definitely subscribe because otherwise you're not gonna.
And this year, I do want to get back into doing some townhouse tales and stuff like that. I don't know how consistent they'll be, but doing vlogs on my channel sometimes and doing the...
I told him just do like random vlogs when you feel like it. Doesn't always have to be a project. We like you, Tyler. I'm trying to swing him into my vlogs more.
I can't do it. I have to have something to talk about to do it. That's something that...
Well, that's fine. Well, then just show your face more in mine.
I could do... No, I know. But I'm just saying on my channel, doing something... I don't know. I'll see what that ends up looking like.
Yeah.
I also have videos that will be going up this year from our trip to Rome last year. We went to Rome for my cousin's wedding. And we brought the girls with us, and then we did a Disney cruise after the wedding. It went
to like Greece, guys. It was so much fun.
An epic trip. It was amazing.
It was amazing.
It was so amazing. But anyway, all those videos are going to be coming out here hopefully in the next couple months too.
And you'll meet who we were talking about, Fabrizio, because he is in them, and we'll just love him. Anyway,
he was my foreign exchange student, and he's basically my brother. And whenever we see each other, it's like no time is lost, and it is so fun.
That was one of my favorite trips I think we've ever gone on.
Yeah,
most memorable. Why am I like tearing up? That was an amazing trip. Anyway, so yeah, you've got a lot coming up. For me, I, as usual, I always do like 2 videos a week. I'm doing a lot of vlogs this year. Like that, I was already leaning into it this year. This was kind of my like test year of like figuring out what is the ratio of vlogs that I feel like is doable for me that doesn't feel like Vlogmas where it's like every day or anything like that. But where I feel like it's doable, but I'm still getting to like be around you guys and be myself and not just show only highlights. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
So anyway, so I'm pretty much trying to do a vlog a week, give or take, like a weekly vlog, and then other content within that. And I already have my January planned, and I am excited about every single video that I'm doing. That's awesome. That is always a good feeling.
That is a very good feeling. I'm excited to take a week off in between, which will be really nice too.
Yeah, basically from now till New Year, we're just chilling. I think there's bits and pieces, because I think I have a video going live January 2nd. So I have to vlog within there somewhere. So I
Yeah.
guess. But anyway, we'll figure it out.
2 days off is good.
We'll have a couple days off.
What was I just going to say? Oh, also, you've been
Maybe it's
hearing
January 3rd. Sorry, go ahead.
you've been hearing this for years, but my new website should finally be going live, hopefully in the first quarter of this year. It's very exciting. My brother Jason and I have been working on it, and we've been working on it for a few months, but then we took time off, and basically I've had a Tyler Travels TV website for years, and it was utter garbage, and we tried to fix it, and then a couple months ago we decided, all right, we're just going to scrap that and completely start over fresh. And I'm really happy with how it turns out. So it's going to be, each destination will have like its own page. I'm really excited. So be on the lookout for that.
Oh, and those that asked about recipes that we've shared, because like some of you guys would go back to a recipe we shared like 2 years ago. It used to be on like TylerTravelsTV.com. Now your site is welcometothe.cuttingboard.com,
Yeah, and
right?
that's just recipes. So
So all of them are there.
I used to have one
we
website, and it had like travel stuff, Disney stuff. It had recipes, and it was just kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
Now I have 3 different websites: one for travel, one for food, and one for Disney.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of which, we have our Disneyville podcast. If you don't listen to that, it's basically a bunch of
It's this. We talk about Disney. So if you're into Disney even a little bit, you might actually like it. I don't know.
And we sit and talk for usually about an hour.
Usually about an hour. Every other week.
Yep.
It's
So
really
please
fun.
follow that
We really like it.
on YouTube and on podcasts. So
On
we do that.
Instagram.
Yes, on Instagram. We do a lot of audience participation in that too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what else?
This is just the 20-minute plug here at the end.
Well, it's just us like
because
with
we're
this
like
ending,
it feels weird to say all right, sayonara. It's like, well, here's where you can find us from here.
We're not really going anywhere.
We're still here. You'll
maybe
find me in this dining room doing all kinds of stuff in here.
sorting through photos and.
Thank you guys. If you watched all the way through, oh my gosh. Even if you caught half of the
that's
vlogs
a
we
lot.
put up, like, thank you so much. And thanks for, I think, okay, just another little heart to heart, and then I'll move on. But one thing we've tried to be really conscientious of this year, and some of you guys have DM'd and noticed, and it means a lot to me. I think it means a lot to you too, is that, it's so hard to put up videos in this day and age with how much like anything you say can be misconstrued or misunderstood. And I feel like we have been trying. We used to be very closed off about everything because we would share our lives, but we would be very intentional about like, you can't talk about this, you can't you can't say that. And we kind of got to the point where we're like, we're so tired of, how do I say this?
Well,
like,
all I will say, it invites a lot of criticism. So like, anything,
no matter what, it does
say Chibata wrong. Some of the DMs were not very nice, but my point is, it just always kind of, and so it's sometimes hard, but we still love doing it, and so I don't want to dwell on that too much. But it just meant a lot this year when a lot of people were like, "I appreciate you guys like
not cutting out things that could have been misconstrued."
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of a way to say that.
Thorns and all. What's that Kelly Clarkson
Warts
song?
and all.
Warts and all. But no, isn't there a Kelly Clarkson song? Maybe it's Pink. Like, who is it? Like, can somebody just love me the way I am? What is that song?
I don't know. Sounds great.
Someone.
That sounds like both
it's-
of them.
oh,
That sounds
what
like
is
Pink
that?
and Kelly Clarkson.
Oh gosh, that's gonna drive me crazy. Can someone just love me the way I am? It's basically what the point of the song is.
But that's it. We're
Anyway.
trying to just be ourselves and not censor every little tiny thing that it's not even really like
Take it or leave it.
But yeah, and I'm glad that has come across to some of you guys, that we're just trying to be ourselves, warts and all. And if you don't like us, that's okay. Like, you don't have to watch us. There's so many other people on YouTube, and then outside of YouTube, there's so many TV shows to watch. Like, and so those that have stuck around, like, we appreciate that you can love us, warts and all.
The fact that anybody would watch us at any point when there's Netflix and Disney and Hulu and Max and like, the fact that we can get 10 people to watch us is pretty impressive.
Well, my thing is, like, my thing is, I watch YouTube videos, like YouTubers that I love, especially vlogs, because I feel they might not be completely relatable to me in one way or another, but it's like, I like their personalities. I feel like I'm a part of their lives in the weirdest way. And I know some people have feelings about parasocial relationships. It is what it is. I feel them towards people I watch, so I get it. And it means a lot to us that we could possibly provide any sort of entertainment, comfort, friendship, whatever that looks like for you, all the way across the interwebs. Like, that is such a cool thing. And I feel like in this day and age, it's hard to find. So
it's so cool because there's people, it's not just, our local community. There's people all over the world. Like, we have people in Japan, and we have people in Norway, and we have people, it's such a cool thing, like, that we live in this era where we can connect with people all over the world.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah. So if anything felt off about what we said, we were actually going to be putting this video at the end of yesterday's Vlogmas. However, this video became so long, we were like, we're just going to do this separate. So if at any point we said in this vlog, we mean yesterday's vlog.
Yeah.
Figured we'd... Because then we've been filming for like over 20 minutes. We're like, we can't put this on. That video is going to be...
It's going to be an hour-long video. May as well, yeah. So we'll do 2 separate videos.
Yeah. We just appreciate you guys. I hope you've enjoyed. We are planning to do Vlogmas next year, but with a little bit of an adjustments. We'll see what that looks like. I mean, that's a whole year from now, but...
Yeah, our plan, so we can just say our plan as of right now is to do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday next year. Just because there's always...
Basically every other day.
Yeah, that's kind of the plan next year. Just because even like towards the end of this year, I mean, we had to skip a couple, which we normally don't do, but you know...
No, we really don't. It was pretty rare for us.
You know, so many different things and kids and, you know, it's just, it adds up. Well, because now, I'm like, well, think about it, we have so many more social activities now just because our kids are in school.
I know. It's
like it just adds up. Like
school events, I mean, it is wow. It's just our year looked different this year than it did last year. I mean, things just changed. So
so that's the plan as of now. We'll see what ends up happening next year.
But that's probably what we'll do, and I feel really good about that because that feels doable. We love. I mean, this is our tradition too. It doesn't feel like the holiday season to us without doing this. Like it's become this thing for us. So
and it's great because I have the camera in my hand so often. I film so much of our family stuff that doesn't go in the vlogs, but I know
we film our kids.
But then I have all this footage, and I'm in the mindset of filming. So like I've got all this holiday footage of them growing up that you guys don't get to see, but like we get as family videos, which is awesome.
Yeah, So, cheers. Hold it up, guys. Come on. Don't be weird. Don't make this weird. Cheers to the end of 2024.
Yes.
A good new year. I hope we all have a great new year.
2025 is going to be a good year.
I think so.
I hope.
Boy, I feel like we said that. I hope so too. I mean, this really is the Jessie show here.
No, give the people what they want.
No, I'm pretty sure it's you, buddy.
This ugly
I don't
back
think
here.
it's me.
It'd be much better if it was like...
Oh no. Anyway, but yeah, we just love you guys. This has been such a fun journey. I'm glad you stuck around long enough, and we'll see you. Well, we'll see you
very soon
in the new year. Yeah. Cheers to you guys. We love you.
We'll see you guys next year.
Yeah. Bye, guys.